Good morning, everyone. Before we get started, just a few logistics notes. Everyone will be in listen-only mode. We will have question and answer session for 15 minutes at the end of the presentation. If you have any questions, please put them in the questions box as they come up, and I will be happy to answer them at the end. If we don't get through all of the questions, I will follow up with you after the webinar to get those questions answered for you. This webinar is recorded, and we will be emailing you the webinar recording information tomorrow. So thank you for joining this webinar hosted by SCS Consulting Services. My name is Hina Patel. I'm the Director for Food Safety Consulting and Technical Services at SCS Consulting. Just a little bit of my background. I've been working in the food industry for over 20 years now and have many years of experience in several food supply categories. I'm hoping this webinar will be informative to allow small to mid-sized growers to achieve food safety certification. I had also worked with growers and packers to put the food safety program, and this program had been very successful. So about SCS Consulting Services, we are a subsidiary of SCS Global Services. We provide consulting services in US and internationally in different industries such as mining, agriculture, botanicals, biofuels, and other sectors in the industry, as you can see on the screen. We have highly skilled staff in the team with many years of experience to carry out the consulting work. This is an example of the services provided by the SCS Global Services. SCS Global Services is a separate entity from SCS Consulting Services. And as you can see, we provide services on food safety, training, consulting, carbon services. We also do food safety audits on different schemes. We also provide other services under food labeling and sustainable agriculture. So why USDA is giving grant to small businesses? The reason is because small businesses had faced some challenges in past, such as inadequate financial resources, high price cost on the fuel, high cost of labor, transportation, fertilizer, and other related high costs applicable to the farming operations. So USDA has information on their website, and these are the links that you can click on and get all the information on the application process and how you can get grant from USDA to support your program. So in mid-2021, USDA rolled out the financial assistance program, encouraging small to mid-sized businesses to take advantage of the grant being offered and work towards getting food safety certification. And this grant covers all expenses applicable to preparation and obtaining certification of food safety program. As we all know that food safety is important when it comes to selling food products to customers and consumers, because there have been many outbreaks in the industry, right? So small businesses should not be exempted, and are strongly encouraged to move forward with the food safety program. Also, customers and buyers are asking for GAP certification. Just to let you know that USDA has all this relevant information on the website on the application process and qualification criteria. So you can go on the website and read all the information that's provided by USDA. And enrollment for calendar 2022 closed on January 31st, 2023. But for the certification for 2023, the small businesses can apply towards the grant. So initially in mid-2021, USDA had launched pilot projects in 5 states to help small and mid-sized farmers to achieve good agricultural practices certification. So GAP certification indicates that farmers have met food safety standards required by many retailers and buyers. So under this pilot program, small and mid-sized producers will be able to share the cost and fees associated with the certification process as a group. Group gap efforts are being developed in partnership with small and mid-sized producer groups among these 5 states. And GAP audits are voluntary audits that verify that fruits and vegetables are produced, packed, and handled and stored to minimize risk of microbial food safety hazards. So basically, GAP audits will verify adherence to recommendations made in the US Food and Drug Administration. And you can refer to Guide to Minimize Microbial Food Safety Hazards for Fresh Fruits and Vegetables. That's a pretty comprehensive document that has lots of guidelines on management of food safety program. And the growers and packers are using this guideline to implement the food safety program. And this guideline is also recognized in the industry for food safety practices. The program launched was successful initially, where businesses were able to achieve food safety certification. And some of these small businesses are still in process of getting certified. So they did take advantage of this USDA grant program to move towards GAP certification. And these are some of the examples of specialty crops. So small businesses, they can apply for if they're growing and handling fruits and vegetables, screeners, dried fruits, any horticulture and nursery crops. So the grant covers a wide range of crops. So this is the eligibility requirement for the small businesses for the specialty crop program. So they must be located in 50 states. And as you can see, the USDA covers, gives a grant where small businesses fall under crops sold in 3-year period with revenue between $250,000 to $500,000. So this is the requirement in order to apply for the grant for the small businesses. Businesses must be located in 50 states. So the grant basically covers how to develop your food safety plan, the cost in developing a food safety plan, maintaining and updating a food safety plan, and the cost related to food safety certification, certification upload fees, because certain scheme requires, the certificates and reports to be uploaded into a portal. And USDA will cover all those costs as well, also for the microbiological testing. And if the client or the grower will hire a consultant, the consulting fees will also be covered by USDA grant. So 75% of the operations will be covered, and also to some applicants, 50% will be covered on the total cost. So as you can see over here, 75% up to maximum 375 for the operations, and also 50% up to maximum $250. The grant also covers application fees, inspection cost, and postage, and other areas that had where the cost has added up. And if your cost is maximum $2,000, then 75% of the cost will be covered, and 50% up to maximum as well for all other applicants. This is again covering the cost for companies who are under disadvantage, and it covers certain costs up to $375 and $250 as well. This is to upload certification and report on a portal. Microbiological testing, they cover 75% up to 5 tests, and 50% up to 5 tests as well. And for the training expenses, they will cover 100% up to maximum of $300, and also 100% up to maximum of $200. So they do cover all these expenses. And these are the states that covers all the USDA grant. So if you have any further information, you can always visit USDA website, and you can get more information from the USDA website. Any questions? If anyone has questions, then you can always email it to me at hpatel@scsconsultingservices.com. So there's a question that came up. Stores of processed food. So is this question applicable to the cold storage or warehouse? Is it a storage facility? Or as a small restaurant? This is basically applicable to the growers and packers and shippers. So for the small restaurant, you'll have to reach out to the state where you're located at, and also you can reach out to USDA and they can provide you with more information. But I don't think so the small restaurant is going to qualify for the grant. But again, you can always try. Any other questions? Caramelized apples. Is this a manufacturing operation? Or is it storage receiving? So you're the retailers, okay. I don't think so USDA will provide a grant, but you can always apply. You just never know. Any other questions? Yes, we do consulting in many different food sector categories. So if anyone needs any consulting services, you can reach out at hpatel@scsconsultingservices.com. You can also go to SCS Global Services website, and you can access SCS consulting information from there as well. We put programs together for GFSI schemes and also for the GAP certification and GMP certification as well. So just keep in mind when applying for the grant, USDA will cover 75% maximum and also 50% maximum, okay? Based on the nature of the expenses that will be covered by the site. Okay, if there are no more questions, we will end this webinar, and we'll be sending the recorded one eventually tomorrow. Okay, so thank you so much for attending.